Good evening and welcome to NEWSBREAK Live. I'm Hibah. Thanks for joining us. The city remembers and honors one of its beloved elected officials, former Mayor Dee Hardison. Hardison suffered a stroke in late August and died on September 30th at the Caring House in Torrance, where she was transitioned. Arrangements for her service are open to the public, but there is limited capacity. Viewing will be held on Thursday, October 12th from 5 to 9 p.m. At Green Hills Chapel and Rancho Palos Verdes. The service will be on the next day at 9:30 a.m. at St. James Catholic Church in Redondo Beach. Hardison was a legend in the city of Torrance, with many landmarks around the city named after her. She also spearheaded many projects across the city that still exist today, including the Veterans Memorial Wall. Hardison was the mayor for the city from 1994 to 2002 and also served as a city council member from 1986 to 1994. Prior to working with the city, Hardison worked for the Torrance Unified School District for more than 25 years as a special education teacher and program specialist. She also started the Torrance Education Foundation. To catch a glimpse of her life story, tune into our channel where we'll be rebroadcasting multiple programs featuring Mayor Hardison. And the tragedy in Las Vegas hits close to home for many here in Southern California. Off-duty first responders from the city of Torrance attended the Country Route 91 Harvest Festival, including Assistant Fire Chief Steve Trescas, who was struck in the leg and underwent surgery yesterday to remove the bullet. As of today, he is recovering at home with his family. But for many victims of this mass shooting, their lives were cut short. Today, across social media, loved ones confirmed the death of 22-year-old Torrance resident Christiana Duarte. Family and friends searched for her as she went missing during the chaos. Duarte recently graduated from the University of Arizona and started working for the Los Angeles Kings. She attended South High School. On social media today, friends and loved ones remembered her as one of the sweetest and happiest people they knew, who also had a big heart. The friend she was with is expected to survive from her injuries. Our thoughts and prayers are with all the victims of this tragedy. And the mood in downtown Torrance was also somber today as we talked to people reacting to the events of Las Vegas and how it's impacted them. With many facilities across Southern California offering a space for entertainment, people here in the South Bay say they plan to be more mindful of security when they attend live events.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes me a little more apprehensive when going to big shows and things like that, knowing all the turmoil out there and people that are trying to hurt other people for no reason. So,
honestly, I don't want to go to another concert anytime soon, especially an outdoor concert. I feel like unless they really up the security and start taking much more precaution, I think that I will probably just chill for a while.
Unfortunately, things like this does change the mindset of some people, but it's not. I hope that in the near future will not inhibit me from going to something I enjoy.
I don't think it's going to change my perception of going to concerts. I think that this is a one-time event. They'll probably increase security. There's already good security at concerts. I think this situation was it was hard to control.
For people who are looking to help out the victims and families that are affected by the tragedy, there are a few ways you can. Here are some organizations that are providing immediate and long-term support. A GoFundMe page was set up by the chair of the Clark County Commission to raise money for the victims and their families. As of this morning, more than $4 million was raised. Blood donations are not needed at the moment, but if you live in the Las Vegas area or will be in the area and would like to help, visit the Vegas Crisis Response Facebook page. And there'll be many ways where you can assist there. American flags across the country are being flown at half-staff. President Donald Trump ordered the flag to be lowered until the end of the week. So far, 59 people have been killed and more than 500 injured, making it the deadliest mass shooting in modern American history. As public work crews canvass the city to Slurry Seal roads, you may face some traffic impacts this week. From 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. tomorrow and on Thursday, you will see road closures Tomorrow, from Ocean Avenue, PCH to Sepulveda Boulevard will be reduced to southbound traffic only. All eastbound intersecting side streets, including Lomita Boulevard, will force drivers to make a right turn only on Ocean Avenue. Then all westbound intersecting side streets, including Lomita Boulevard, will be closed at Ocean Avenue. Then on Thursday, October 5th, the same closures will take place, except Ocean Avenue will be closed down to the northbound traffic lane only. October is a month of spreading awareness about one of the most common cancers among women. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is a reminder of how important it is to stay informed and also contribute to charities for research to combat this disease. Breast cancer is considered the second leading cause of cancer deaths in women. Most women can survive this type of cancer if it's found and treated early. A mammogram, the screening test for breast cancer, can help find the disease early when it's easier to treat. Few places recommended for donations by the American Institute of Philanthropy's charity Watch is the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, National Breast Cancer Coalition Fund, and Breast Cancer Prevention Partners. Now, across the city of Torrance, different organizations and companies are also doing what they can to give back. Fabletics of the Del Amo Fashion Center has created a line of workout wear to give so the proceeds towards breast cancer research. Also, the Del Amo Fashion Center will have an afternoon of music, food, and fashion to support the Susan G. Komen Foundation on October 21st at 3 p.m. in the Outdoor Village. For more information on this event, head to simon.com. And it's time to talk about the weather. It's going to stay warm this week. There was a high of 70 degrees today with an expected low of 58 tonight. Tomorrow it will get a bit cooler with a 71 degrees, and on Thursday it will be 76 degrees. Torrance has now become more connected to the Southland by the new 4X Torrance Transit line, with expanded service during the work week and even weekend service. Abby Gremion has more.
Bus riders.
Hoping to expand service on the Line 4, Torrance Transit applied for and was generously awarded funding by Metro and the Net Toll Revenue Reinvestment Grant Program to add more buses to the route, develop bidirectional service on weekdays, and create new service on Saturdays.
Riders will have easier access to downtown Los Angeles. One of the most important aspects of the 4X line, which starts on October 2nd, was the input of the ride and what improvements could be made to better serve its community.
We are proud to enhance and expand our Line 4X service based upon their comments, their input, and direction. They told us what they wanted, how to improve Line 4. We heard them, and therefore we give you the new Line 4 Express.
Keeping Torrance accessible for the over 56,000 total annual riders is what helps the city blossom for both business and tourism.
This will help improve the city because it'll provide greater mobility for our residents. It will give them opportunity to utilize our service to go places that they wouldn't had we not expanded the service. So again, it provides a way to get out, improve the quality of life. A lot of our seniors like to go downtown to Olivera Street and different places. This service will allow them to do that now.
The new 4X expansion is keeping Torrance connected with the Southland, and it's just another demonstration of how Torrance is living up to its hashtag, Torrance at Work. For Torrance City Cable, I'm Abby Gremion.
Thanks, Abby. Fire departments across the country will be taking part in Fire Prevention Week, which starts next week. This year's theme is Every Second Counts, Plan 2 Ways Out. It reinforces why everyone needs to have an escape plan. Torrance Fire Department will be spreading awareness next week at schools and throughout the community. Few campaign messages includes drawing a map of your home, marking 2 exits from each room along with a path to the outside from each exit. Practice your home fire drill twice a year. Conduct one at night and one during the daytime. Teach children how to escape on their own in case you can't help them. Close doors behind you as you leave, and once you go outside, stay outside. Fire Prevention Week starts this Sunday and ends on October 14th. For more information, you can head to nfpa.org. Fiat Chrysler is recalling nearly 710,000 cars of various models in North America. Jeep and Dodge SUVs are being recalled because an improperly installed brake shield could let water leak and limit braking abilities. The recall covers 2011 to 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokees and Dodge Durangos. Company experts say the brake booster shields were added as part of a 2014 recall after a warranty review found that some of the shields on those vehicles were not installed correctly. In some cases, water can cause corrosion or get inside the booster and freeze. Dealers will inspect the shields and correct the installation if needed. Customers are expected to be notified on November 7th. Taco Tuesday isn't the only day to enjoy tacos. You can leave your lunches at home tomorrow because various food chains are offering their patrons deals in honor of National Taco Day in Torrance. Last year, Americans ate more than 4.5 billion tacos, according to nationaltacoday.com. Taco Bell is offering a gift set for $5. You can get 4 classic Taco Bell tacos. Del Taco will also be offering a buy one queso crunch taco, get one free coupon to use Wednesday at participating locations. El Pollo Loco and Rubio's Coastal Grill are also offering discounts. Now, Blaze Pizza has a deal not related to Taco Day, but for Nonconformist Day with $4 pizzas after 4 p.m. And customers will also get a bounce back coupon to receive $4 off a pizza and drink during their future visit. Interesting fact, October 4th is also National Vodka Day. And before the next half of NewsBreak Live, here are some upcoming events this week. Tomorrow, you can meet your local first responders at the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf at the Del Amo Fashion Center. From 6 to 8 p.m., you can join them for a cup of coffee and conversation. Then this Thursday, the YMCA South Bay is celebrating Korean Thanksgiving from 6 to 8 p.m. The free Chuseok event will offer people performances, education, and delicious food. No registration is needed, but the Y would like you to RSVP online if you can. Well, in just 2 minutes, the president from the Volunteer Center South Bay Harbor Long Beach, Sara Myers, will join me to talk about their latest fundraiser that may give you a scare. We'll have all the details coming up.
Every year, humans habitually gather for what they call the summer barbecue. Unfortunately, leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire. No. Could it be?
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
By George, it's Smokey Bear. These friends are going to learn a thing or two about extinguishing hot coals. Indeed, it looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good stir. Next, another long quenching drink for the hot coals. Chilling. And finally, a close feel to confirm they're safe to leave. Smokey has this mastered.
Cool? Okay.
Bang on, Smokey.
Hey, Smokey. Catch. Oh. My bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
So there you are. Shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it. First impression. My way in. But, here's the thing. Can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Can one piece of paper really tell you my whole story? Like, that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or how anytime there was an opportunity, I was the first one to step up. Because I wasn't gonna let my life, my circumstances dictate who I was gonna become. And all of that determination, the commitment, the drive, that's me. And that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent, like me.
Welcome back to the second half of NewsBreak Live, and joining me is Volunteer Center South Bay Harbor Long Beach President Sara Myers. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, it's so nice to see you again. And the last time you were back here on NewsBreak, you told me about a secret fundraiser that was in the works, and now it's finally launched. Tell me about this idea that you're calling the South Bay Escape Room mortuary mystery.
Yes, so we have essentially built an escape room in the basement of our building, and it just had its opening weekend, and we are so excited. It is open to the community. The first teams have come, and it's doing really well. So we're very excited to share it with you.
What is an escape room for people that are wondering what it is?
This is new to a lot of people. So it's essentially like a board game, like Clue, meets a scavenger hunt, meets a bunch of puzzles. And it actually got its start with video games. People would play these games and they'd try to solve all these strategic puzzles, and then they'd make it out. And now it's now in 3 dimensions, real life. It actually started in Japan in 2007. They opened the first escape room, and then it spread to Europe, and then in 2016 it really took off in America. There are now over 1,500, and teams go into a room. It's usually themed, so it might be medieval or zombies, space, historical, and they have 60 minutes to solve all these puzzles, work together, and escape the room.
How long does it usually take for people to figure it out, and is it pretty scary?
It depends. Ours, we've really kept classy and spooky, so no one's gonna see any gore. If you hate haunted mansions, that's okay. We've really kept the focus on the puzzles. Real escape room enthusiasts, as they're called, can get out in a record 28 minutes, maybe anywhere between 28 and 38 minutes. It just depends on the room. And then new people, sometimes it's down to the last 30 seconds. It gets really exciting.
It sure sounds fun. But how did this idea come about, and why do you think this is going to work for the organization?
So, to our knowledge, we actually are the very first nonprofit in the entire nation to try something like this. There is no template that we could find. My family actually are huge escape room enthusiasts. My brother has done hundreds of rooms, and we've done the local ones. There's 2 in Long Beach. Usually you have to drive to downtown LA. And I was talking to people, and they said, I'd love to try one, but there are none locally in Torrance or the beach cities, which surprised me. There's a lot of families, young professionals, just people who would love it. And so I started realizing in order for a lot of my neighbors and friends to try this, they need a room right here. And so my husband and I were talking, and we realized, I wonder if we could build one as a fundraiser and invite the community, all the people who want to try it, to see if it would work. And so it's really creating a lot of buzz.
This past weekend, how many people would you say came out with tickets? And
we had all of our sessions filled, which was great. We've been in beta tests, so we've had our friends and family out to try it as well. And we are now on Yelp. We've got some great Yelp reviews, and the feedback is great. There were some people that said, well, it's a fundraiser. I don't know how good of a room it will be, but I think I'm proud of us. We've really built a professional escape room right in our own basement.
The Volunteer Center building is in the heart of downtown, and for many viewers, I don't know if they know the history behind the building. It actually is the perfect place for an escape room. Would you say that?
Absolutely. So as we were digging into the history, it's a Torrance historical landmark, and it was the Stone and Myers Mortuary. It opened in 1929. It was on the front page of the Torrance Herald, and it's got a really interesting, rich history. Charles Myers and his wife Bessie actually lived in an apartment, which is actually now my office. And in the 1930s, anyone who passed away in the Torrance, Lameda, Inglewood area, they actually would have their funerals there. And the Myers were part of the American Legion. They had bridge club meetings and dinner parties, and they were a who's who in Torrance for the day. So in the 1930s, this was the place to have your funeral, and the Myers were wonderful. So it's got a really rich history.
Wow, it sounds like the perfect place for this type of event, especially since Halloween is coming up as well.
Exactly. We were really excited. It just fits together really perfectly.
How long did it take for your team to plan something out like this, and who came up with all the puzzles to piece it all together?
We have been working on this for more than 9 months, just incredibly intensely, and it's everybody. The nice thing is we are the volunteer center, so we were able to find people with carpentry skills, engineering skills, magnetic locks, and everybody worked on different puzzles together. So we look at this, and it literally arose out of the dust of the basement into this incredibly intricate strategy and puzzles and logic, and each person had a little bit of a role to play in it. So it's really neat to see how a bunch of team members coming together, everybody worked on their part, and now together it's an incredible escape room.
Sounds like so much fun. I definitely have to try it out too. I've never done an escape room. But this is all to fundraise for your great organization. So I really want people to know about that. So how can they get tickets? Where can they go to get tickets?
So the important note is it is advance tickets required. So it's really hard for us to take walk-ups. What happens is you have a team of 6 people. So the area is just right for 6 people. Puzzle rooms aren't linear, so you all work together. And they can purchase tickets. They're $35 plus a processing fee. They're at our website, which is www.volcenter.org/escape room, and there's a calendar there. It'll tell you which ones are sold out, so we are selling quickly, and I do encourage people to get their tickets. You can purchase a whole set of 6, which means the room is yours to work with people you know, or if you have maybe a couple or a single person, they can meet new friends when they go.
Okay, and what are some of the rules when it comes to escape room? I know you have all this information online at volcenter.org, but it's for ages 14 and up, and what are some other requirements?
They need to be able, all the participants do have to be able to physically walk down a pretty steep set of stairs. They just need to be ready for that adrenaline rush. People get very competitive. They move quickly and nimbly, so we just want to make sure that they're in good shape for that. There's no other real skills required. A lot of times people are nervous. They don't know what to expect for their very first room, but it really is about looking at things, opening things, touching things, and just really investigating. There's that moment of what do I do first, and then people get it and they just dive in. So it's really open to all of those. And as I said, if people are scared of kind of haunted houses, it's perfect first escape room. We really focused on the puzzles.
And if they reserve a ticket, the money goes towards the volunteer center.
Yes.
So any specific programs that will benefit from this?
Yes, as you've spoke about before, our Food for Kids and our Operation Teddy Bear programs, all of our fundraisers really raise to going back into the communities. So we've got hunger that we deal with on a regular basis. We have 140 bags each week going out to local schools. And Operation Teddy Bear is coming up. We'll be packing our bags in November and delivering them to local schools in December. So that will really help us do that outreach and make sure that we can continue our programs and serve the community, as well as a couple of new ideas for volunteers to get involved that we've been working on.
Can you tell the audience about the Operation Teddy Bear and what it is?
Absolutely. So Operation Teddy Bear gives 4,000 backpacks full of school supplies, including books, to local Title I low-income children. We focus on first graders, and what's exciting about it is we actually have a coloring book in the bag that teaches first graders about the word volunteering, and we talk about this warm, fuzzy feeling you get from getting that gift and how they can pay it forward. So there's ideas for families to volunteer, and it's an incredible program.
Great. And with the Operation Teddy Bear, there was also a teacher appreciation drive, which we talked about on NEWSBREAK Live before, and that just ended. What was the outcome?
It was really tremendous. We had so many sponsors and people that were very generous. Malaga Bank did a great drive for us. We had Right On Rosanny. She donated several items. We had reached out to the teachers and said, what is it that you need? And by December, they're really running out of things like Kleenex and dry erase markers and all of those items. South Bay Junior Women's Club, so many people came together and really helped us. Bank of America. So just great businesses saying, hey, we want to get involved, and they did a drive with their clients, and some did financial donations as well. So the teachers look forward to those kits, and we give them out with the school bags.
Great. So it's having fun while giving back. Can't get better than that, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
And for viewers that are maybe tuning in just right now, it's only for 5 weeks.
Yes.
The Volunteer Center South Bay is hosting a South Bay escape room. And it's from September 28th, which just happened, through October 29th?
Yep, right in time for Halloween. And it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings, and then Saturday afternoons and Sunday afternoons. And we have special times that we can do for companies that want to do team building. This is great to bring an organization out and build teamwork together and like listen to each other and learn strategy and just really work together as a team.
Great, and I know you mentioned that there's a lot of sponsors from the community that helped to make this happen.
Yes, I have to say thank you to Bank of America, to Griswold & Griswold Insurance, Steve Wilson, Vern Williams is a sports neurologist, a doctor. We just have so many generous people. And then in kind too, we had Sherman-Williams, Ask Brad. We had so many companies and groups when they heard we were doing that, they said, I want to work on that. And so they donated both their time and their volunteer hours and their resources. So we couldn't have done it without them.
Anything else you'd like to add?
I'm just so proud of our team. It really was a team effort, and I'm excited. I hope the community really embraces this opportunity to come try an escape room just right here in Torrance. You know us, you know we'll have a good time and keep you safe. So it's a great first time opportunity.
Thank you so much for joining me again, Sarah. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
If anyone would like to get more information or buy a ticket, you can go to for the South Bay Escape Room Mortuary Mystery. Head to volcenter.org/escape room, where you can find way more information and you can buy tickets. Well, that does it for NewsBreak Live. If you have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. The Torrance City Council does have the night off. For Facebook and Twitter users, use #NewsBreakLive. Have a great night.